are y'all doing? So there's a question I want to ask you. When you were younger, what did you want to be? I wanted to be a firefighter at one time. I wanted to be a doctor at one time. I wanted to be the president of the United States. I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to be a lot when I was younger, depending on what I was doing at the time. Didn't become any of those. I think most of us kind of go, could probably say that. And I think a lot of us, by the time you get to a certain age in your life, a certain point in your life, you start to reflect. We've all heard of mid-age crisis as we were younger. But what you want to think about is where you're at, yes, because of the choices that you've made, but also because you're supposed to be there. Think about that. People in your life have come into your life, whether it's for good or for bad. And I really want to believe that the good that's happened in your life, that's helped shape you as an individual in a positive manner, is because those individuals in your life did something positive for you. And they're supposed to be there. And I promise they probably had the same thoughts that we've had. This is not where I wanted to be. This is not where I thought I would be at this age. And I'm here to say that's okay. I didn't think I would be here talking to you in this camera on October 27th, 2023 at 4:39 p.m. I didn't think that until about last night. Earlier this week, I decided, hey, I want to do something different. There's been things in my life I've been trying to aspire to, and then I realized, why am I relying on others when I could do this for myself? And so that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to build this from the ground up, and that's what you could do. You can do whatever you want from the ground up, but it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. And I just want to let you know that if it's through myself or to go out to somebody else, do not be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to be inquisitive and curious. Don't be afraid to do what we all have in today's society, is we have these little contraptions called phones, so we could look things up. We have laptops, we could look things up. And now it just takes the motivation and the drive to do what you want for yourself. Listen to that, to do what you want for yourself. Did you know that in Europe, they've done a test for 4-day work weeks? Anxiety's gone down, people calling in sick is going down, illness is going down, so much is going down, yet the government over there in Europe, one of the countries over there, has said they want the study to stop. They want people to get back to work. They want 5 days. They don't want 4 days. Did you know, statistically proven as well through studies, is that everybody only puts in a maximum effort of work for 4 hours a day, and most of us work 8 hours or more a day. So what are we doing the rest of the day? We're not really doing a lot. Would you rather work for 4 or 5 days a week, preferably 4, and get everything done you needed to, and then you go and do something else for you? Think about that. Think about that. We have a side hustle, right? Most of us do have a side hustle. Typically, our side hustles are passion. I'm working right now to turn my side hustle into a full-time gig. And I don't mean full-time, I mean something that I could monetize my passion and what I do very well to be able to live and sustain myself and my family. Let's go back and circle back around to when we were young. Did you know in the Bible it also says, have childlike faith in God? Think about that. Your child has so much faith in you, you could tell your child to fall backwards off of a bed, and they will do it because you're right there. They believe you will catch them. They believe you will protect them. Have childlike faith in God. That's what that means. Or in a higher other power, Allah, if you're spirit Buddhist, anything that way, have a childlike faith. I want you to have that faith also in yourself. God, Buddha, Allah, they all give us free will. Okay? We have free will. And you want to do what's right for you and what's right for your family. I think it's been proven more and more and more as we could dive into stories and look up things on the internet and read things on papers, newspapers and magazines, that we are never too old. My father was 51 when I was born. 51 years old. The man had a whole life before I was born. He got remarried to my mother. My mother was 20 years plus years younger than him, and he started a new life. I was very close to my father till the day he passed away almost 10 years, or just about 10 years ago. I miss him every single day, and without him, there would be no me. Without him raising me, there would be no me. You're never too old to reset, to reboot, to start over, to go after your dream. You're never too old for that. Think about that. Think about that. We are never too old. I knew a woman that was 71 years old. Her husband passed away. And at 71, she started to become a power lifter. And for those of you who don't know what powerlifting is, it is maxing out in your bench press, a deadlift, and a squat. 71 years old, the woman picked up that sport, and she set world records for her age group. I knew her personally, good woman. It was amazing what she did at that age. Amazing. Guys, you're never too old to start over. You're never too old to follow your goals, not your dreams. Have goals, not dreams, because goals are sustainable. Here's what happens with a dream. You wake up. You wake up, and I think that's what happens to a lot of us. We say, we're in the real world. I'm being realistic. A goal is attainable. A goal is attainable. Listen to me. Listen. You wake up from dreams, but a goal is attainable. I'm gonna try to keep these under 10 minutes every week or so. This is episode 1. I thank you for listening to me. But think about that. When you were young, the world was everything. You had all the time in the world. Your belief and your faith in yourself and others was high. Yes, life happens. Yes, bad people come in and bad people come out. You become a parent. You become married. You get a job to pay bills. You have a certain lifestyle. Just know you could always do what you want, what you had a dream of doing. Might take longer than you thought, especially if you're restarting, right? In CrossFit, they have a workout called a chipper, which means you just chip away at the reps. You chip away the exercises. For some, it might take 20 minutes. For others, it might take a full hour. But there's so many reps in that certain period of time, they call it a chipper. And everybody's at their own pace. So if your goal seems like it's far out because you have so much on your plate, think of the chipper. Every day's a rep. Every hour's a rep. And get those reps cut down. Because before you know it, 2, 3, 4, 5 years pass by. You're like, man, I'm thinking about doing this again, and I could have done this already. Goals are attainable. Think about a chipper. Chip away a little bit at a time until you've accomplished your goal. And who knows, by that time, not only are you in a whole different capacity within yourself, a new environment, you're probably more of yourself within that new environment. Until next time, I can't wait to look at myself in this camera again and talk to you. And hopefully this 7 to 10 minutes of positivity, words, and hopefully a little bit of inspiration, motivation coming from my mouth into your ears plants a seed in your head to step forward. You guys have a great rest of the week or weekend. But you will be seeing more of these from War Room Speakers Club.